Boy, yeah. Mm. It's too much energy. Weird energy. I'm sitting there like R3D3 is weird energy. It almost had to be forcibly led to the weird energy. People notice. I was like, if you really think about it, it's almost forcibly led. It's not like it just being brought to. It's you want to spark somebody's curiosity after being led so many times. You're like, what the is going on? And you asking people to be like, go find out what's. Because why do we go through all that? That's kind of like why I used to go up them stairs looking for the fact. Because I'm like, why did that? That wasn't normal. I don't think nobody looks for money. I thought about that. Hold on. Speak to this morning. Why would somebody go around looking for it? Because you know it's not right. I don't think none of these people around here that use drugs go around looking for anything after. I just realized that. Big syndication. That should pretty much seal the deal. I just thought about that. Why would I get up after breaking up, having to fix, having to replace, like causing all this noise, going to here, going to there, and then turn around and why would I actually pay attention to that? I know something wasn't right, something going on. It wasn't like, I'm not gonna lie, back in the day, I pop up here, I go here, I go there. I didn't realize what I was doing was kind of like a forcible, a little bit forcible habit. Because the kind of stuff I watched growing up, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not about just how somebody raised, what they might get themselves into. Sometimes watch little stuff at night. Should have been up, put to bed. You know what I'm saying? I should have went in and went to sleep, but or stuff I was allowed to purchase. We're going to that. It's not just like a lot of different stuff that combines to it, but I did stuff then I'm not really looking to what. Because I could take it all the way back. Because there's some stuff that I felt in my soul that something wasn't right long time ago. But I'm like, you know what? No, let's just focus on the detrimental. When I know I was okay, this is, I'm not feeling this. And I did everything in my power to move myself, resituate myself, blow this out, move this out. The only time I'm not doing it now is because, like it was said, which I put online, is don't you think if you pick up and go somewhere else, meaning in this environment, it's going to be probably be the same thing. The only way it won't be probably if they had camera. But you would think a place like this would go ahead and get there. Especially in this area. A lock on roof door. But I'm sitting here like, I always got, I was like, when that was, I was like, okay, well, I went up there like, hold on, baby. That right there should have been a clear-cut indication. Now that I think about it, who that gonna do all that? And I need to go upstairs. And then it's like, they say, maybe you going upstairs because you was a part of it. So somebody got paid to do that? That's weird. I thought she was entertaining somebody. I thought she was finding out information. I thought she was experiment. So I'm like, those are the things that are going through my head. Okay, experiment, finding out stuff, harassing, viewing. This is what was going through my head and around my complaints. It wasn't, I'm going to try to go around do this and do that. Talking about being what, having a kid and I wasn't thinking about what the y'all was thinking about, or some of y'all. Even back in the day, I'm like, 'cause I had a lover, and then when I didn't have a lover, the hell my lover had went and slept with. He told me, I slept with this porn star. Oh, you just have the people like I ain't sleep with. You done. Well, dang. Yeah, man, yeah, we did. I'm not gonna lie, I had a little. I can be honest with everybody. No, I'm like, you know, that no him. I got up and I was looking for what I've been through. Still looking. But I guess what was that? You got somebody pointing at them now. God, they can you point out stuff for what? Point out stuff for what? Oh, got you. Yeah. How could you listen to somebody? You don't make no sense. That's why I'm almost offended to have to even contemplate going around and looking when you know you acting like you're this and you're that, you're good and you're good. Why would you act like any of that? That don't make no sense. You talking about you watching stuff. So then technically, how was you watching stuff? And then you can't say that because half the time what? For some reason, they got the camera. So you lied. Tell on yourself. Think about it. What happened? And see, and I think my little friend was kind of telling me stuff, and I'm not catching. Start thinking about it. Are you trying to remind me? I'm about to get a camera. Camera all of a sudden cut off. Battery died. Don't work. Internet stopped. How do you see stuff? She said right after I left, I came in there and something. So it couldn't have been mine. It didn't be that quick. It's gonna take a little bit. But then all of a sudden you did what? I didn't say that first. I was like, what? I just went up there. So I'm like, wow. That don't make no sense at all this stuff. It don't make no sense. The answer be right there in your face, which is why I get tired. I'm like, you don't have to take this. I'm like, why? letting it go out, let it go, pull it. So I'm like, okay, why you walking by the door saying no? Are you saying people that walk by the door was no? And then a conversation that I had with somebody, in the end of it, she said, let me find a conversation. But then they're the same one sitting up in there. And somebody trying to make it seem like, oh, they coming in there. So just like I'm saying, y'all both doing dipping and dabbing and diving and ducking. So my thing is, why not do the right thing by me? Y'all gonna play. Y'all gonna play back and forth with the little, oh, look at that. See, he ain't even worried about it. Honey, first. Shh. Shh. You gotta let something play out. You gotta let something play out. You gotta let a thought matriculate. That's another why somebody cut somebody off. Why somebody saying the same thing? This right here ain't really been said over and over. It's different. See, this morning, two things were brought out. You're like, yeah, you're right. Why wouldn't you do that? Like, why would somebody do that? I'm not coming to, because clearly what? Repetitive action before another repetitive action. Frustrating before another frustrating. What did I try to do? Like with my headaches, what did I try to do? Injections, medicinal marijuana, pills. Different avenues to try to counter all y'all bull. One, now sign out that nice thing. Told me, you know, you probably should. I'm just like, girl, you know, I know. I just, I get it help feel good. And maybe they just gonna do the right thing. And another guy in the rise is saying, all right, now, you know, they be selling K2 in Harlem and all this weird shit. Like, you know, yeah, I know, but I ain't got money. I gotta try. You know, counter the headache. And then all this weird show and tell. When does the show and tell stop and I get on with my life? My mother's getting older. I'm getting older. You cause a bad part of my life because I knew that I'd give anything to go back and be able to say, hey, look at your baby. I just wanted to say that so bad. So bad it hurts every time I say it. Your baby had a baby. Every time I think of that, I'm like, y'all selfish. I'm just like, as much as I used to, I liked it, but then I'm like, oh man, oh, this is my bad. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm grown. Like, I got people coming over and you embarrassing me, and this and that, and this and that, and this. And I'm just like, look, your baby had a baby. When y'all sitting here annoying somebody, harassing somebody, getting away with somebody, doing this, trying to, oh, you need to do it. No, first, how about you correct your problem? I don't see none of the problems that people created Didn't get a transfer like I should have, correct that. Didn't get you to mediate like you should have, correct that. Didn't get you to fix it. If I was on any benefits, fix them like you should have fixed them. Then turn back around so I can correct stuff like stuff is supposed to be set in place, not like how you feel it should be set. Because if you notice, when I came back, I think I hopped on for like a hot second, then what? Well, tried to get right back. That's what that complaint was for. And I said I want to see financials because I'm sitting there like, I'm turning in my paycheck stuff. Y'all not fixing it. That's y'all fault. I turned in three different jobs. So you gave me hella money then. Oh God, you're gonna make me start shouting and get pissed as hell. You gave me hella money when I was in my shit. You gave me hella money when I was in my shit, and people were taking advantage of me. But then when I come out of this and I'm fine, then the fucking problem starts. When I wake up and I realize that ain't what the fuck I should have been doing, and you gave me money then, now you want to sit here and be like, oh no, we're gonna wait. You're not ready. You didn't blah blah blah. Are you? That is the biggest slap in the face, and then you come around like, oh, well, it's all this money that we provide for this. And I'm like sitting here like, but when I was looking to you for actual, not even really help, for you to do your damn job. Cut my stuff off so they wouldn't say this. Because I knew, I'm sitting here thinking in my head like, they gonna let this run. Oh, why? Because it's sitting there. I'm telling you, they sit there and say, well, if it was me, it makes more sense to. And then I'm like, you know what? What the? I'm going to have money sitting right here accumulating. Then all this access, and y'all harassing me, and I'm sitting like, I'm trying to do right. I'm saving, and I was saving. Fixing credit, saving, and everything. But y'all didn't want to give me when I'm doing right, but you give me when I'm doing wrong. While you're forcing me to do wrong. Correction. That's why I said, if I set foot in court, I will eat you the fuck up and spit you out. Because they will say, oh, y'all talk about this and y'all talk about that, but why did you drop down on that when y'all want to so busy call out verbiage and words and shit? Oh, well, oh, well, why wasn't y'all paying? But a little bit of amount. Are you? How would you have anybody else think any way other than? Or were you showing? You have to pick one or the other. Oh, I was letting you know that you do good. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. That's granted. Appreciate that. That's what you were doing. Or were you just so you could try to gaslight the situation or put fire to it? Because you use that, and they were thinking, oh, well, he I'm looking at that dang bill like I still owe. So you let me know which way you were going. Because I turned, you ask questions, I answer. You have the history there. I don't care if I did not tell you A, B, C, or D. You look back and say, well, we were doing it my way. So I'm sitting here like all this point to yes. So I'm wondering why somebody up here saying no. You're in the precincts like, yo, bro, you hear that? Yeah, I hear it. Okay, cool. You're in the front of a police officer like, you sit on my phone? Yeah, I saw it on your phone. Boom. You're coming to the precinct so they know who you are. You're coming downstairs to the office so she knows who you are. You knocked on doors so they know who you are. It's like, I don't know who some other people are because y'all ain't come to me. You got an issue with anything that I've done, you have not come to me. Down the hall, if you got an issue with me, you have not come to me. I have to come to you. Had to ask, well, what's all that banging? What was all that noise? What was you doing? Oh yeah, he walked by, he made noise. He made noise. Admission. What y'all doing talking to them? You talking to them yourself. He admit them. Why do? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's kind of wrong, man. I don't know. I'm like, so y'all, so what the? Said, you doing it in front of me? You jingling. This is what it sounds like in the morning. Talking. It's always that same old question. Hello? Are you okay? I need to know if I'm talking. I'm standing next to somebody that's actually talking to themselves or not. You're like, oh, what about? What did I tell somebody? You know I blog, right? I have video cameras on my door. Video, audio, probably for a reason. Amen. I think God made the papa sound, didn't it? But I'm like, you sit here and you're like, everything points to yes. Complaints. Meaning, I don't give a fuck if you pull stuff up. Went to CCRB and they were like, oh, trying to make me second guess sign and everything. Oh, nigga, what? What you need to get? The medical file for that? Check. Go get it. Go get the file. So we sit there, we talk, I'm like, okay, so if I was on any of this, what the was your folks on? What the was y'all on? What the was y'all doing? Was that supposed to deter me? Oh, you carried me out the house with my shirt on. Did you sit down and have a conversation? Each time I thought, let's have a police officer sitting here with me. That would be out. Instead of sitting down in their car, sit up here with me. Oh, well, we're going to witness a bag. You come in and I'm sitting stuff in front of your face anyway. So you're knowledgeable of something if that's really what it is. money, I would have paid somebody to just sit with me because I want to see something. Investigate. Call this an investigation because we sitting here, we trying to figure out what X, Y, and Z is. I said, y'all should sit down. That's why you think somebody I think I heard right along the line. What you think I was putting so many down? I'm sitting here like, let me put this camera here. Let me get a CCTV camera. Let me get this and let me get this. I'm like, let me do all this because something is not right. Why when this happened, does that happen, that and that and that? And I'm not, okay, let me try to go do a sound test. Let me try to go over here and do this. Asking people, do they know? Are the walls hollow? What can you do? Thinking about sound options. Somebody saying, probably need to get more furniture. Then somebody breaking up my furniture. Probably thinking, I want to keep a little more furniture in my room. Then they couldn't do that. And I'm thinking, okay, well, who's next to my room? You know, maybe I can put the fan next to the window, or then I move the fan out over here. I'm like, what's going on there? I'm sitting back trying to think of all this different because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what the is going on? I'm sitting there thinking, what the is going on? And I don't care if somebody, I don't care if I record myself. So what does that tell you? If you know you're not when you're doing something, why would you record yourself doing something you shouldn't be doing? Just like when I first started thinking, do I really enjoy this? I wanted to record myself and delete it right after. Like, well, why would I put myself in this situation to get this type of pleasure? Why would I do this and do that? Is it something I noticed? Maybe it's a switch. Maybe it's something in the other person's face. But instead, I feel like somebody else just sitting back over their little pen and pad and writing and jotting, or beating and jerking, or looking and what, or charging admission fees, or sitting around. I'm just like, well, dang, what? I'm trying to figure something out. You could ask, didn't I ask you to record? Maybe we delete. I just want to see what it looked like after. I want to read my facial expression. Was it, this is good? Am I halfway out of it? You know what I mean? Like, you know, what's the real? Because your face say everything. Sometimes, okay, well, it felt good. Check. Was there any reluctance? Did I say, let me, and then think about it? Okay, a little reluctant. Might not be, maybe it is I did like, you know, bromance and cuddling up with a guy and cuddling up with a girl at the same time. Whatever it is I like. Maybe I like eating booty of a girl or something. Man, I want to know what it looked like when I do it. Because I want to make sure that's what that's what my mind is saying I should do. And then delete it. Okay, well, when I ate a butt, I was looking like, ooh, look like two nice melons. Versus when I ate the front, I'm like, my stuff is going here later, and it's all so be like in my own mouth. It's just going, maybe do I like to eat my own? Maybe when next time I can just taste a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I like the taste of my own. You know, like, I'm sitting here like the answer is clear cut in front of your face. Now that I think about it. Then every time something happened, I was like, what do? I can't sit and live in no mess. The plastic started coming off the wall. I had the plastic guy that was actually supposed to come at the same time to fix the bathroom. And I thought to myself, I said, Lord, please let him come today. That is the only reason. That was another thought. I wanted to try to, while he was out, but you know what? I'm going to figure this out. When he here, I'm going to do this to figure out what's going on. Because these niggas ain't really saying shit. And these other folks that they talking about ain't really saying what they need to say either. So I'm sitting here like, let me go ahead and do my own due diligence because y'all ain't really completely saying what you should. And that's the third part. So I'm sitting here doing to figure out what the is going on. Because as you're implementing your own will or trying to force something, I'm sitting back like, well, maybe it's because of reason. Maybe I'm missing something, right? It's got to be something I'm missing because I see this as something's being shown to me. But in the same breath, I'm feeling like something else is trying to like cover it up and then switch it around. So I'm like, why cover it up, switch it around? What? Like, why even put me in the middle of this? So obviously, maybe I'm meant to be here. It's just this situational stuff isn't meant to happen because I'm like, so much has happened, and you're like, oh, you can't forget. And then I tell somebody too, okay, the quickest way for me to forget something that either wasn't true, was true, is to explain it. Explain it, make up for it, it's let go. But dwelling on it, picking at it, making fun of it, trying to get some face side. Like yesterday, I had to correct that. Face side for saying what you said about the. I'm like, whoa, is you talking to me or him? Because for one, if you're talking to me, 9 times out of 10 it was your actions that made me think that, let alone say that. And if they were wrong and misleading me or using me or pushing me which way, right way or left way, you were trying to show something to them and they were trying to show something to you, 9 times it was y'all action. Then on top of that, if it was somebody else's, think about what you were doing too. That's the only way I side sometimes with all that bull. Somebody was partaking. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I give you a little benefit of the doubt because I'm like, it technically might not have been all because look at what y'all saying and doing. Passed by that place over there, the AC Hotel. I was like, prime example. Last night, prime example. Look at the majority of y'all. Look how y'all acted. And think what could come out of that. Think about what environment somebody's been in, how somebody's been talked to, the people, how some people talk, and then think what thought would pass through somebody's head. And if y'all keep beating and saying and saying and beating and saying and doing and saying and beating and not letting somebody rest or not ensuring somebody rest or giving somebody a time off or giving somebody some enjoyment and constantly hearing that somebody else is constantly doing what? Now, if they're not supposed to, that's when you look back like that's when you're. And if you are, then clearly you should clarify and clear up everything. So that's where that other, I'm looking back at them like, now you might have a point to prove with them, but with me, we got a little issue because I know I said back way a little bit. But then you go back, well, you know what all this stuff go, but then you got to talk to them. So it's just like you got to sit here and you got to realize clearly how is it so hard for somebody to get that through their head, bro? I'd be like, it don't make no sense. Children got it. When I was walking by, I was like, dang, the children even look like, I don't know why, mommy. I'm just, hey, hello. Hello. Animals, dogs, and cats. Pet me. And you got some people running around here looking like, that's why I don't understand. And we're not going to start with the outside the window because I already feel that coming. We're not going to start with all the extra. And I'm saying basically somebody saying they should, boop. Somebody trying to make everyone in that is what it is. Especially with a lot of people running around saying this, that, and the third. Like, bro, if everybody know, 9 times out of 10 is going to make decisions detrimental. And that's what I got in my is, you see why you heard that pause is why I hear something in my atmosphere. Let's just say that. Say, well, we know X, Y, and D. So I'm saying like, well, dang. I'm like, if you letting everybody know this, you letting everybody know that, you should come and tell somebody directly. That's another thing because you create a lot of division. Because it's gonna be a lot of problems stemming around all of that. I'm like, and you know this person's innocent. You know this person's blah blah blah. But then again, somebody's going with that. You can't blame all of that on that. Because you still should do what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do. That's why I said both sides ain't clean. I'm not talking about my side and theirs. I'm talking about the 2 sides on each other's side, on each other's side of me. Both sides ain't clean. Because I'm like, yeah, you should went ahead and A, B, C, and D and made sure it's affirmed. I'm sitting here like, okay, I need to affirm. Something needs to be affirmed or confirmed. And then on the other side, you kind of need to make sure you do what you do or have been doing what you do, because if you don't, it allows for people to play. Oh, we trying to make sure that you, then you need to say that. That's all you gotta do. Because it keeps going back to what Mom said. I'm sure he can manage. Trust me. You doing something for yourself. But he was enjoying it. He was managing. They don't have this now in Georgia. He managed without Downing when he was young. What do you think he's gonna do? That's another thing. Somebody said, "Oh, he did it." No, they don't play that. You just don't got it. You just better stay in somebody stay on the street one, because you just don't ever got places like that. They got you in a big ass room. Actually, a room about the size of mine would have 3 bunk beds. And it's 1 room. Y'all should go ahead and make it like George. 3 bunk beds and 1 room. You have 1 on that wall, 1 on that wall, one probably turned that way. And a little bitty locker, like you got right back in Cubby Hole. Cubby Hole. Now, this right here, child, it's the dang Ritz compared to some place. I'm like, you go to another state, baby. And that's why when I come to these states, you try to respect people. You try to respect stuff, clean up behind yourself, follow their little policies and procedures. But then at the end of the day, they should be following what they said, following how they look after you. And appreciate when they got somebody that, like she said, well, you keep your stuff nice. Yes, I go to the bathroom, she bleached down. At least tossed on around the place. Eyes might be burning when I come out. And in every apartment I left was what? What's that for them? They just ruined my perfect record. Except for that last one, but that was on y'all. I tried to push that issue so much, I went to another development and asked him, I said, yo, can you do an intro? Because he worked with them. I'm like, he worked at you. Girl, this is bullshit. He worked with the next door developer. And I went back there and was like, yo, can you do an intro? Mr. King. He used to trim me out, y'all. Mr. King. What you want, Mr. King? I'm like, look, I need to come back here. There's something going on up there. You know I can't do that, mister. You know what? Don't talk to whatchamacallit. You let her know. See what she say. You know they could have went and did something with something. They could have at least swapped something. They could have did some emergency. Let me go ahead and see. We on the same price. All I gotta do is call down to main night shift and say, hey, yo, we got a real situation going on. And I need to take their name off of this one, put their name on that same size, 1 bedroom, pretty good tenants. We just need to swap. Then what I gotta do, update my address here, update my address at work, or update my address at school, update my address with UPS, and it's done. And I tried it. But clearly you was trying to get something out of something. And you held up my life. You got me entering a field now, into my business, to where I'm behind. You got me entering a field where I'm like, I'm probably do concierge. I was already mad about being like assistant manager. I was like, at least it starts me something. I was like, and then I finished school, boom, management. You know, I can kind of fall back into where I should be. But I'm like, or quickly rather, because I was moving very fast. But I was like, and credit skyrocketed. I'm like, that's what you tell somebody. You say all this extra stuff that people was doing and making, doing this and blah, 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 and whoop-de-whoop, and oh, you know, that's what you get for telling them what? Huh? What'd you tell me not to tell? I'll tell you about your hustle. Tell you about your hustle. Tell you about your what? That's another thing. So you wasn't letting me see everything. You weren't letting me do everything. You weren't letting me know everything. You talking about the migration and everything? What you talking about? What you talking about? How y'all operate, how you skimming off the top, how you put certain people certain places, how you kind of picking and choosing. What you talking about? Your little hustle. You're playing for a takeover. What you talking about? Say what you mean and mean what you say. Oh, because we had this secret weapon or this. First of all, secrets like that ain't good to be kept. First of all, regardless of who the fuck you are. I said that too about, oh, we talking about some listen, talking about some keeping ET in the closet like, that dang movie or something. Or keeping them under the bed, or keeping them up in the attic, keeping them in here, keeping them passing around. You talking about all this extra stuff, right? I'm like, first of all, let me correct you on that. You're wrong as fuck. If you were, I would go off on the fucking government. I'd be like, are y'all stupid? So what happens when something comes looking for something? Are you monitoring stuff enough? Do you have enough information put out to let people know? Don't go grab your gun. You got these bad little kids, 16-year-olds with weapons and guns, or 14-year-old with a rifle. Guess what they're gonna do if they see something like that? Are you stupid? You talking about alien abduction. You talking about this, that, and the third. So 9 times out of 10, if they see something like that, guess what they gonna do? And you got people in positions talking about COVID and some alien. Okay, so now you put that in the media and you not checking. No, it actually was confirmed that it came from this, and we shouldn't have been doing that, and that's why I put the rest. No room for theory, no room for this, no room for that. They already said this came from that, and that came from this, and we sorry. We did apology, was honest. I'm thinking like, dang, so if it's X, Y, and Z, why aren't y'all being correct? And then you talking about holding something, because it might be that trying to communicate a way that you don't understand. It might be trying to say something. It might be trying to prove something. It might be trying to do something. It might have a bigger plan or purpose or goal, and you're sitting here like holding it hostage, trying to keep a secret. If anything, I would have made people aware, like, yo, this actually happened, and for some reason, it's here. Who is it with them? And I'll let everybody know, because you never know. You're not monitoring the airspace over Russia. I'm like, that might be why they put something in the same orbit as yours. Like, well, clearly y'all don't have the responsibility enough to tell the rest of the world. You gonna tell the rest of the world? Do you tell the rest of the world? Do you say, hey, rest of the world, we got something over here that something from outer space might come in. Do you let them come and talk to, or you hold it to yourself? Send a little memo, be like, yo, well, we got something over here, and we'll let you know what we find. No, I want to send one of my people too. It might link with something that happened here. We got pyramids over here. What you got over there? Well, we got crop circles. Okay, well, we got pyramids. They got crop circles. What you got down there? We got pyramids too. You got pyramids? Okay, well, we got Stonehenges. We got stone. So what is it? We got artifacts. We got Antarctica said they had some. So okay, so one from you, one from you, one from you, one from you, and one from you sit at the damn table and check each other on what's going on. You might want to be moving stuff all around, all over the place. They put it in a safe facility and be like, okay, well, now it's gonna be here. So whatever y'all folks do, make sure you don't fuck with this spot. You want to sit there and be like this, that. I just started thinking about that. You never know. I started really like pondering how that would not be good. There's some sitting around here, y'all trying to find out what this means, why that's doing that, what's saying this, what's saying that. That's why I said, no, let me go ahead and write somebody, because y'all ain't gonna get me killed. That could be a calling card. They could have been writing crop circles over here. Like, hey, where's, and I said this before, where's Chicken on 3? And you're looking like, I don't know what this means. Are they real, are they not? Are they hoax, are they not? And then you don't play with certain stuff. Are you using like Bill Gates type stuff where the walls move? Is the walls moving for real, or is shadows on the wall, or is it shadow people or not shadow people? Are you pissing them off, or are you not pissing them off? Is it something crawling, is it not something crawling? Is it that, like, you have to have some level of respect and responsibility. And then try to pass it off and create all these damn excuses. I can understand you trying to keep the public knowledgeable and but then you also have to learn responsibility enough to say, hey, we're gonna be honest. Like, when they start being honest about seeing stuff, I'm like, so did you be honest about seeing all this stuff in the air and the atmosphere because you done finally found one? Now you want to, oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, just in case, because we kind of went and we kind of killed something. Just in case 1,000 of them fucking show up. It don't make no sense. That really does not make no sense. I'm like, and then you got all this other, somebody wants a wind tunnel. Okay, what if it was something here that didn't want to make itself known because of the fact of looking at what y'all, how y'all conduct yourself? Like, you know what? Nah, I would want to try to, because they gonna try it. I saw E.T. The kids when nothing wrong. He was just trying to phone home. Next thing you know, they putting them this and testing them with that and doing this and sticking this up as this and that because that's what they thought. You know, they come in here to know. He just trying to, just because his finger lit up, battery not included, wasn't in there, flew it right on off when they got together. Helped that one little building, then left. It don't make no sense. But you got people that want to like push their agenda, not knowing what that agenda will call with somebody else. I can't understand. I was like, so if it requires me, don't run and say, I'm like, well, don't, you need to just pay me my money to walk the other way then, bro. Because that just don't make no sense if it was to say that. I mean, it makes none whatsoever. You never know what could be going on. Like, you never know what could be going on. Then doing certain, playing with certain stuff, or you a mind reader. Oh, I'm a mind reader. So what are you doing? What is a person sending out? Like cell phones, what are they sending out? They're sending out text, right? They're sending out this, they're sending out vibration, and it's a different makeup, I'm sure. It's probably the same but different. The same but different. And they probably realize, okay, we need to stay away, or this is caused by that. And also, you see somebody walking around without a cell phone, and you transmit. This nigga transmit. I just get up, walk to the door. That nigga just got up and walked to. Hold on, go sit down. Probably falling behind you, walk to the store, walk to. Oh shit, what up? Hey, it's yours. Hey, bud, you slept with that. We know you did. I ain't sleep with that. I ain't getting no. Probably joking like him. I heard them say something about you, and I ain't with that. Not my money. You made money? Yeah, I made money over here. Or whatever they doing. Like this is hypothetical, being silly, but this is what was talked about so much in another life with this. To make that perfectly clear. But going back to it, you never know. If somebody's still trying to push this and that, you like, I don't get it. Why people don't get that? You gotta realize something. What is the responsibility? If you know you reading somebody's mind, bro, or you know somebody got this, or you know somebody got that, you gotta tell them. You never know what they're around. I'm working at an animal. What if I work at an animal? I was talking about I was talking about that. I'm like, what if I work at an animal shelter and I'm sitting out? Well, I'm always trying to hump my leg when you always thinking about. Like you never know all of this, and then you're not telling the person. It can get extremely dangerous. I'm walking into the whatchamacallit and y'all calling out. Guess who also at the Midtown? It's the drug dealer. Hey girl. It could have been one that had tattoos. She was all, you know, she had a, she be all standing, you know how they always got to find it. I don't know how they do it, but I be like, must be money cost. Oh, something I be like, come in and look like it might be a damn runner. And you sitting here playing with some shit. I don't have to call it. Certain people heard that. You act like you don't. But a lot of people heard. Y'all was standing right in the hallway in front of the window to the terrace. And you can see the situation. Like, why? He trying to explain it, why you cut the man off. You asked the question, let the man speak, bro. Okay, why did you call? Why did you call us here? I called here. Okay, why? I called you here, but okay, you're saying that you called us here, but why did you call? I called you here. You know what? Well, Billy, we're here now. So you called today or yesterday? Today. Okay, well, why are you calling? Okay, you just asked me another question. you just asked me. I'm confused. And then I'm no, just answer the question. Just answer it. Okay, you don't have to. And the next thing you know, you push down. They'd be like, what's going on? So then why would you try to make it seem like something that so then you feel bad as hell because you sitting here like, dang. Did you check to see if a person cool or not? They say, oh yeah, you're cool, but then you're saying, are you cool here? You're cool here. You're cool then. No, that is covered. Y'all, duh. And of course, I'm gonna sit here and be thinking like, okay, well, that don't make no sense. And then you talking about, Josh, I'm like, so do I go back and knock? Hey,